Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Let's see what the game gives me today. We've got the Crazy, which we've already done, so let's go ahead and re-roll that one. And we have the Explorer. Explorer is going to be, I think, fairly straightforward on the Abyss. This character is still harder on the Abyss, just because the map is significantly harder, but more difficult than other characters are going from Crash Zone to the Abyss, because only half of our money comes from enemies, and one of the main penalties on the Abyss, aside from the enemies being more dangerous, is just that there's fewer of them, so you get less money overall. Since Explorer gets a lot of its money from trees, this penalty is less impactful on this map than on Crash Zone. Still a more difficult run Explorer on Abyss than it is on Crash Zone, but it changes less from map to map than other characters. Here I'm going to roll, and we'll see what we get, and we've got Torch. Torch for Explorer, not a great weapon for us because it kills things very slowly over time. It's very dependent on having high... 2 crates off our first 2 trees. That's great. Very dependent on having high percent damage, which of course we have low percent damage. So we'll see if we can make it work. Okay, 3 trees down here. Can I break them all? Nice. Got them all at the end. On the Explorer, you really just want to be breaking trees. You don't care that much about killing enemies. You want to hunt down and break all the trees. That's your goal, because that's how this character makes money. And you can see that because we did that, we actually got 60 on wave 1, which is more than most characters get. Usually you get between 54 and 56 on the first wave, and this character's a little bit ahead of that. Weird food is great. Consumables, of course, are going to be a big chunk of our healing, so starting with this is awesome. And we'll pick up the plant as well. And then we can start getting some harvesting going, which is excellent also. We'll take a torch. One nice thing about Torch is that Explorer doesn't really want to spend a lot of money on weapons, because killing enemies isn't that important, and this is a very cheap item that does give us defensive stats, so maybe it's not as bad as it sounds, actually. Gonna roll here. We'll take another torch. I'm actually going to take the lock the sharp bullet. Sharp bullet can be pretty useful for the Explorer, because one way that this character can end up killing enemies later on is with Pocket Factory, and sharp bullet makes that Pocket Factory so much stronger. So we're going to speculate on this. Usually I don't suggest buying speculative items like this that don't do anything without another item. Another specific item, because then you're spending money on making your character worse and not doing anything. But in this case, I think it is worth it, so because it's so strong if we do get the Pocket Factory, and that's such a strong strategy for this character. Normally, I would never pass Lemonade. I'm considering it because we already have the Sharp Bullet locked, but I think it's still just so good that we're going to grab it, and we'll buy a torch and roll. And excellent, 5 torches with a 6th locked is perfect off of the first wave for this character. Pretty good luck on these crates as well. It's a 20% chance that any given tree drops a crate, so we're running ahead of the game there. I guess another nice thing is that another direction you can go with the Explorer, especially if you do find Pocket Factory, is with Scared Sausage and get sort of elemental damage, and because we have these torches we're already building into elemental damage, that could potentially help with wave clear. I kind of messed up. I should have looked around the sides of the map more. I think we gave up a couple tree kills that we should have had, and we should have more money than we do off that wave, so slightly bad play there, I think. I'll take the Insanity. Torch, I think it has, that's 1.5x crit chance, so that isn't a boost to our damage currently, but may eventually be, and it's a unique item if we find Fairy or something like that, and then we're going to grab Luck. So important to increase your luck on the Explorer. It's the most important stat for this character by far, since all of our economy comes from breaking trees, so we want to ensure that we get crates out of them as much as possible. There's a crate, and let's go kill this tree. Right now I'm looking for luck, and I'm looking for move speed. Those are the stats that we actually care about. Currently, no other stats are particularly important for this character. Obviously, the best item we could find would be Pocket Factory. That's pretty much always true for the Explorer, or Bag. Bag is also... The difference between playing Explorer with and without Bag is night and day. this character gets so much incredible value from bag that finding one just makes the run 20 times easier. I actually think that's a design flaw with Explorer. I've talked about this before. I don't think that one item should have such a dramatic impact on the success of your run, but that is the way that it works for this character. We're going to recycle the Gummy Berserker here, and then I'm going to reroll, and we'll just keep taking luck. We don't have a Pocket Factory yet, so we don't need engineering. Let's reroll again. I could take 4 melee damage, but I think I just want luck or harvesting, so I'm going to roll and see if we can get those, and we'll pick up the harvesting there. The Cauldron is kind of interesting. We will be getting a lot of consumables, so this will help boost our low % damage. Let's go ahead and buy it here, and then we're not upgrading our weapons, but we do get a unique out of the pool and get a couple more cool items for ourselves. I will say we're over-investing in speculative items this run, I think. The Cauldron does some stuff right now, but not that much. The Sharp Bullet obviously is going to decrease our effectiveness in the short term and only works if we find a specific item. So if we lose this run, that is the mistake that I'm going to pin it on. Probably can't kill the Curse Aliens here, but we can get a tree kill at least. We did get a crate over there, which is nice. Scope, we're going to recycle. And then I'm going to re-roll this. I'm looking for luck or harvesting, and we'll pick up some harvesting. Take the Sharp Bullet here, and elemental damage does help with our torches, so we'll grab that as well. Scared Sausage is pretty nice. It works reasonably well with Torch because it just increases the damage that the Torch does by 1. That's how Scared Sausage works with weapons that already have inherent burning damage. So you see this is 3 times 5, and it goes up to 3 times 6 when you buy the Scared Sausage. But it'll also work with our other, and it also increases the damage our Incendiary Turret does. It'll also work with any other sources of damage that we get. So if we pick up Alien Eyes, or most especially Pocket Factory, then we will get a lot of value from having the Scared Sausage in what's already an elemental damage build. The other thing that makes Pocket Factory good for this character is that it helps you break trees, because as you kill trees, the Pocket Factory turrets will kill more of the trees. And that can be a really important component of winning with this character. Very hard to kill the Curse Aliens with Explorer with Torch, because our damage is slow, dealt over time, and very low. So the Curse Aliens just keep surviving. We're not making as much money as I'd like as a result. When it shows up in a box like this, I guess I'll take the Ugly Tooth. This can help against the elites and is kind of important there. I'm going to roll here. No, I'll just take 5 harvesting. We'll roll here. And treasure map, excellent. Obviously, our economy is dependent on finding boxes, so treasure map making boxes even better is huge for us. We'll take the torch. We'll take the weird food. We'll do a reroll. Lock a torch. And I don't know if we need the garden. We'll have plenty of consumables just from killing trees, so I think we're going to pass on garden. It would be a fine item to take. Our consumable healing's very good. More consumables are always nice, of course. But this character, I think, is running somewhat on the weaker side because of some investments that I made, like that Sharp Bullet, and because... So, speculative items that don't increase our power level. And also because we haven't found a bag. And Explorer without bag is so much weaker than Explorer with bag. Certainly not unwinnable by any stretch of the imagination, but you have to be more careful with what you buy because your economy is going to be like half as powerful if you haven't found a bag yet. You might think I'm exaggerating, but this character, as you can see, we get so many crates. Bag is worth so much for this character. Yeah, I'll take a book. This doesn't do anything right now, but it's only 4 materials. And we'll take a mirror. There's a chance that there's something we want to duplicate. Let's boost our base damage and pick up some armor. And Spicy Sauce is an interesting item to mirror. That could be a way to deal a bunch of damage, with it, which this character can struggle with otherwise. Let's try that, actually. This isn't the best mirror that, you know, we'd much rather get something like a fish hook or a really powerful economy item, lure, treasure map, that kind of thing. But Spicy Sauce could help us kill enemies, which is something that this build is otherwise kind of struggling with. I actually should be considering getting to a level 3 torch to get the highest level fire. So we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and combine and buy the level 1. And then lock both of these items, of course. Because the damage is not going to stack from the multiple torches. So we want to make sure that we have one torch as high a level as possible. So that we have the highest level burning damage on any given enemy. So with elemental weapons, with burning weapons in particular, it can often be correct to get one of them to level 4 before you level up all the others. Taking a few hits here and there, that's because our damage is very low, so it's hard for us to not do that. I don't know about the spicy sauce. We'll need explosion size modifiers if we really want the spicy sauce to do much, but I think it's one way that this character could strengthen itself, so I think it was worth investing in. This has been an interesting run where we've bought a lot of sort of speculative items, and not the normal strategy that I take in Brotato. I usually like buying items that have immediate impact, but for this run, that's just the direction that the shops have taken us. Gummy Berserker will recycle. Blindfold I'll take. Although the 5% dodge doesn't counteract the negative dodge we have, it's still just worth grabbing here. And then, yeah, we'll take 2 melee damage. Strange Book is pretty nice, again, if we find any construct, but we are building elemental damage, so this is a pretty huge find if we find a Pocket Factory. Do I just grab 5 luck, or do I roll? I think I'm just going to take 5 luck. Luck is so important for this character. Take the metal and the snake, and then roll. Celery Tea going into wave 8, that's a lot of XP gain, and this character doesn't care about doubling enemy health that much, because we don't really kill enemies anyways, and our economy doesn't come from killing enemies. So Celery Tea is not bad for us, since so much of our XP is going to come from just killing trees and picking up the materials from those. With 2 items locked, I'm not going to reroll for 9. Gonna run around and try to make sure that we are killing trees, keeping the enemies on fire. Obviously, they have double health, so it's going to be really difficult to get enemy kills this wave, but we do want to make sure that we are getting as many as we can, because any we do get have significantly improved value, because the Celery Tea gives us extra XP gain during this wave. So I'm also, you'll notice, trying harder to pick up materials than I do in most other waves, because the materials we pick up this wave are worth more than the materials that we would get next wave, since we get more XP from them. Not getting enough tree kills here. Another pile of trees right at the end. Oh, okay, there were 3 hiding down there. I was wondering where the last trees were. But 190 on a Celery Tea wave isn't horrible, and we at least got a level, and now we've got the Celery Tea. Gentle Alien, I'm still going to take. This boosts our percent damage and HP, which are low, and more enemies is still good, even at half value. With plus 6 consumable heal, I will take the Alien Worm, and then here, let me roll for luck, or just take the move speed? I'm going to roll for luck. Luck is, again, so important for this character, we just have to buy it when we see it. Or when we have the opportunity to, even if we don't see it and have to roll for it. Here we go. This is what we've been looking for this entire time. Lucky Charm, Lost Duck, these are the items that we want in order to make this character stronger. I will take the Missile as well, because we're at minus 40% damage, so improving our percent damage is the best way we can increase our actual damage output. I'm not that concerned about killing the eggs, because we're pretty much just running away from enemies anyways, but I will kill them when it's convenient to do so. Like, our first priority is just killing the trees, but I'm going to kill the eggs when it's convenient to do so, because the fewer slashers there are, the easier it is for us to move around the map and just get tree kills. Your goal on this character should basically be to just survive and econ up just by killing trees. I don't think we're going to be... I saw the loot alien in the top left there. I just don't think we're going to have the damage to kill it without giving up too many enemy kills, or too many trees. So I'm not going to chase around after it. Maybe I could have gotten it, but killing like 5 or 6 trees instead just seemed better. Lighthouse, we currently have no structures, so I'll take the lighthouse, or 1 structure. And if we get Pocket Factory, that will still only count as 1 structure. this counts the number of structure tagged items that you have in your inventory, not the number of structures that you have on the field. So Lighthouse is still pretty good with Pocket Factory. We'll take that. We'll take this for sure. Let me reroll here and just grab some elemental damage because my damage is very low. I'll take 4 regen as well because I do need to start picking up some healing. We'll take the Lucky Charm and the Baby Squid. Garden, again, I'm going to pass on, and I'll reroll here. Take another weird food, a fuel tank. Little Frog for pickup range is very good for this character, and the harvesting is good as well, so we'll grab that also. So we're kind of in the Pocket Factory waiting room. We have everything that we need to make Pocket Factory good, but we don't have the factory itself. And this is the challenge when playing Explorer, is sometimes you just don't find the factory, you don't find the bag, and you're just running around breaking trees. And the character's still totally playable and strong, but you're not getting to do the thing that makes this character really exciting. I actually think that Explorer should just start with a bag and maybe have like a 60 or 70% material from enemies penalty. Just to make the binary less stark in terms of whether you find that item or not. Not getting any curse because we just don't have the damage to kill the curse aliens. Black belt I will take. No, I'm going to recycle this. -8 luck is too big a penalty for this character, and we already have some XP gain. We'll take the injection for sure. This late, do I want harvesting? Do I want percent damage? I think I'll just grab the harvesting, actually. Harvesting even this late can be pretty good still. We'll take these 3 items, and then we're going to roll here. Bone Dice gives me quite a bit of percent damage over time, but costs me HP. We have 52 max HP, so the Bone Dice could generate a decent amount of value. I think I will buy it. I'm going to lock these 2 items, and because we have Bone Dice, I'm going to throw in a reroll. Okay, we found Lure and Bag. We should be able to kill the loot aliens when we know they're coming, because we'll be able to just sort of plan our wave to where we can actually go after them. And of course, we've been talking about it this whole run. Bag is going to skyrocket our economy. I need a little bit of attack speed. Currently, my character is not... we're obviously not killing enemies quickly, which is not what Explorer does. But we are also not knocking back enemies fast enough. And with Torch, we're going to need just a little bit of attack speed to keep the enemies off of us. Too many enemies are hitting me, and especially because we have a horde wave coming up, I would like to prevent that. And I go ahead and bonk all these trees, get these ones down here. Definitely want more armor as well, but we're finally starting to get a decent number of crates because we've got a critical mass of luck. So you can see, even though we didn't make that much money this wave, we've got 4 items, so our economy is still doing okay. I'll take the adrenaline. It's only 34 materials. Dodge is probably not going to happen for us, but I think it's worth speculating on. And I'll take the silver bullet, just because if we do end up we almost certainly will not end up trying to kill elites, because this is a very low damage elemental build. But if we do end up trying to kill elites, I'll be so sad if I pass the silver bullet. Take the fairy, and that, of course, fixes our regeneration problems. We'll take boxing glove because we have fairy. And here I talked about wanting attack speed. That 15% should honestly be plenty for us for most of the rest of the run. This is great. We can buy all of these items. I'm going to take the lure just for the regen. Even if we only end up killing 1 or 0 of the loot aliens, we'll still be happy with it. And there's the Pocket Factory. We'll grab helmet as well. I'm not going to take a second lure because there's no chance we kill 2 loot aliens in a horde wave. Or kill 4 loot aliens in a horde wave. Killing 2 is still probably a stretch, but even if we only get 1 out of the lure, then it's still great. Even if we get 0, I probably would spend 70 on 2 regeneration regardless. Do I reroll here for 12? We've got 2 good items locked, so we're just going to go to the next wave. If I had the Pocket Factory for this horde wave, it would be massive. I'd be so happy with that. We also have, we've got Scared Sausage, we have Strange Book, We have piercing shots, so this pocket factory is going to be an absolute game changer for this build. All right, here's our loot alien. I'm going to try to keep the fire on it. I'm going to go break some trees down here, though, because even though obviously I want to kill the loot aliens, it's more important that I make sure I'm killing like 5 or 6 trees than one loot alien. I didn't see where the other one went. It's running around somewhere. There it is, over in the top right. Come back. Kill those trees, and then we'll chase it down. Okay, nice. It just died to the fire. So the lure actually worked very well. The amount of sort of incidental damage we have has gone up quite a lot, just because I've built out some elemental damage, and we have fairly high engineering and everything. So 6 crates, and we've got the bag, so we're making quite a bit of money now, and everything's looking much better for this run since we found those key items. Take the book, we'll take the coupon, Scar. I'll keep grabbing some XP gain. We have 3% crit chance, but hunting trophy is a way we can generate money from enemies, so I'm going to take it. We'll take a turret. It does cost me 1 engineering for the lighthouse, but more turrets just means more broken trees, which means more pocket factory trees, and more damage spread around the map. Also, a lot of our construct damage is going to come from our elemental damage rather than our engineering, because we have a scared sausage, so we're applying burning everywhere. Wisdom is great for elemental builds. Because your damage is dealt slowly over time anyways, the wisdom just increases what you're doing. And power generator, this will help us fix our percentage damage, which is excellent. Losing 1 armor is worth it for the wheelbarrow, so that was a really good set of items there. I could take 6 melee damage to try to boost the base damage of our torches. That's not something I'm concerned about. Our wave clear is now going to come from the pocket factory almost exclusively. So we're going to roll here and see if we can get more defensive stats. I could start building dodge, actually. Crit chance for the hunting trophy would be good as well. I think I am going to start building dodge. We have adrenaline, and this character is going to want as many defensive stats as we can get before we have to fight an elite, so building those out early is going to help us out. For that reason, I'm also going to take the armor over the percent damage. Whistle, lure, and pocket factory are all excellent, of course, and then we're going to roll here. Wave 13 plus 50% enemy damage during the next wave for the Peacock. I think buying Peacock is a good way to throw this run, which is suddenly going quite well. So I think what we're going to do here is, and we've got already 65% XP gain, so I don't know if we need the Peacock. But on the other hand, it's kind of fun. So I'm going to buy it. I'm going to lock the hunting trophy and sunglasses, and we'll use those on the horde wave. And then I'll throw in 1 reroll here. We'll take a baby elephant as well. This is another good way to spread damage around the map, and it's 1 regen also. So I need to be pretty careful this wave, of course, because I have the Peacock, and some of these enemies are buffed as well. So yeah, we take a lot of damage when we take a hit from an enemy. Oh, I did get the buffed loot alien when we bought the lure, which is really sad. Buffed loot aliens are just so frustrating to try to kill because they move so fast and have so much health. And also do so much damage when you actually do hit them. I'm going to try to keep the fire on all of our sort of higher priority target enemies. I didn't see where that loot alien went. Maybe it just died off screen to the pocket factory damage. That would be nice. Nope. There it goes. Come on, get on fire. There we go. Scared sausage finally procced on it. Taking a few hits. Can we kill it? Yes. Okay. So it looks like we got both lure aliens and we got 5 crates as a result. I'll take Gummy Berserker because we have Fairy. So while I'm not huge on this item without that, the Fairy makes it worth grabbing. Our knockback is 0 currently, but I'll take the Boxing Glove. Melee damage is still good for us. We'll take a Wheelbarrow. We'll take another Boxing Glove. We are maybe going to invest in Dodge, so we'll take Riposte. We'll take Laser Turret. We're just picking up everything here. I don't really want to buy engineering just for itself. I'd rather buy elemental damage because we have Strange Book. So any engineering we buy, we would rather just buy elemental damage. We'll take 3 armor and more luck, because luck is still incredible for this character. Improved tools, amazing. Obviously, our attack speed is very low, but the improved tools is still huge for us. Is it better to take improved tools or the hunting trophy and sunglasses before going into the horde wave? I just don't think we're going to kill that many enemies with actual critical hits, because so many of them are dying to burning. Maybe we don't even want the hunting trophy, because our pocket factory can't critical currently, unless we get pile of books. Our burning damage can't critical. Hunting trophy is just such a fun item, though. And we can't buy both of these, right? So we're going to go with improved tools for more wave clear, and we'll take the beanie. And then I think the sunglasses is going to be better than the hunting trophy for getting materials this wave, so we'll grab it. And then I'll take the hunting trophy anyways, mostly just for fun. We'll take the laser turret as well. Our lighthouse is definitely starting to lose some value, but it's still giving us quite a lot of engineering, so it's still worth having. And lighthouse, if it just like helps us clear early waves and then falls off later on, that's fine, because we get the money to use right from the beginning. At this point, I'm more concerned with building the character into a fun character that does everything, because we've got all of these cool uniques, so the hunting trophies may not be the strongest thing that the character could be doing. We won't get that much money out of them, but if they do pay off, it's going to be really satisfying, so I'm pretty happy with that. Would love to get the pile of books so we can crit with our constructs, and then the hunting trophies will suddenly start picking up a ton of value for us. Very curious how much money we're going to make, if any, from hunting trophy this wave. There we go. 4 more crates. We'll take a jelly for sure. Snake, yeah, I'll keep grabbing. Cursed goat skull. This is our first cursed item, and of course, we'll grab it. Peller hat, amazing. Torture, we're definitely recycling. Our healing is much better than the torture with 50 regeneration. And then glasses we'll take because it's another unique item. Grabbing some armor so that we don't die. And percent damage or luck. This character just wants luck every time you see it, even on into the very, very late game. Only 10 materials from the hunting trophies, and we're about to reduce that because I am going to take the metal here. But, like I said, this purchase is more for fun. Ashes, we have 13 armor, so this is going to cost us 4 armor at the 16, 17, 18, 19 marks, but give us 20% damage, attack speed, and the range isn't terrible for torches, so I think Ashes is worth it here. We'll take the Dangerous Bunny, we'll take the Alien Tongue, we'll take our free reroll. Cute Monkey is excellent, and we'll grab a torch as well. It really is, I mean, you can see just how night and day it is, the difference between an Explorer run where you find Bag, an Explorer run where you find Pocket Factory, and one where you don't. So, definitely worth it to roll aggressively for those items in the early game, because they make such a difference to how the build plays out. The bonus engineering that we're getting from Strange Book and Lighthouse, too, are really helpful. They're really improving the damage from our Pocket Factory turrets. Losing 4% damage for 3 dodge, I think that's fine. We'll take the landmines. We'll take another landmines. Even though that decreases our engineering, it's fine. Here I'm going to take 4 armor. We'll level up our torch. We will buy all of these items. Gonna roll here. Oh, actually, I should have leveled up to a level 4 torch. That was a mistake. Gonna roll again, and snail I don't care about. Let me roll one more time, and I'll buy a coupon and lock another torch. Just sort of autopiloting my weapon purchases there, whereas we should be trying to get to a level 4 torch as soon as possible, so I should have combined into multiple higher level gotten the level 3 torches so that the next one we found could give us a level 4 instead of as is, where we're going to be stuck with lower level torches for a little bit longer. When you have Pocket Factory and Lumberjack Shirt, so you have the sort of combo where the Pocket Factory will break trees for you, and then those trees will make turrets, which will break more trees. The goal should basically be to just move to areas of the map that you haven't previously touched, so that you can sort of set up little colonies, self-starting colonies of turrets there. It's kind of like playing Plague Inc., where your goal is to make sure that you have every area of the map started, and then it'll help itself. Seashell does help with turrets, I believe, so we're going to grab that as well. And then Lucky Charm, of course, we want more luck. Corrupted Shard, amazing. Propeller Hat, excellent. Here I will take 16% damage. 15 luck would be great as well, but we're now up to 150, and our percent damage definitely could be higher. Let's go ahead and combine and buy a level 1 torch, buy a dangerous bunny. Goldfish, we're kind of having fun with it this run, so I'm not a huge fan of goldfish. I think often you'll reroll and you won't get any items that are worth picking up, and the goldfish will have just been like 70 materials spent on absolutely nothing. But in this case, it worked out. We got 3 items that we wanted. So we will take the torch and lock the laser turret, buy another torch. So now we've got 1 level 4, so we just want to evenly level the rest of them. Fin, of course, we want, even though it costs me 8 luck, any move speed that we get is really good. How are we doing on bone dice, by the way? Let's check the bone dice count. 5 for 2, so not a great ratio on the bone dice so far. But the more percent damage is so valuable on this character that I think it's still worth it. And our HP doesn't matter that much when we have this much armor and regen. Also, 11 extra items from the treasure map. A truly unbelievable performance by Treasure Map. Though not, like, wildly out of scale for what you'd expect, I think. I haven't done the math on how many crates we've gotten since we got the Treasure Map, but obviously this character is generating a lot of crates, and Treasure Map is just going to perform really well for that kind of character. I think, I've talked about this before, I think Treasure Map is currently one of the least valued, is one of the most undervalued items in the game. I think people value it pretty highly, but I think people haven't realized how good it is. If you gave me a choice between Treasure Map and Lure, I would take the Treasure Map every time. It's usually like 4 or 5 items. It's an unbelievable amount of value for that item. Is it the best item in the game? Probably not. That's probably Black Flag in terms of the amount of value that it gives you, but Treasure Map is darn close. Take the small fish here. That's fine, just more damage. Another bag is great. 345 is actually kind of low for bag for an Explorer run, especially with this much luck, but obviously 345 is still a ridiculous amount of money. But I will say, since we got the bag, we've gotten a little unlucky on finding crates. I'm gonna roll here. I'll take the percent damage, and then here we will take more luck or more move speed. Just more luck, I think. And then we will buy out this whole shop. Roll again. Alien Worm. We still have 9 consumable heal, so we can still take the Alien Worm. Metal Detector I'm gonna grab, and Beanie we're gonna grab as well. We have a power generator, so more speed is good. I don't think we're going to be able to kill this elite, but we do have the silver bullet, so we're going to bonk it a couple times and see sort of how much damage it's taking. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to kill it, so I'm going to just steer clear of it. When... that was a weird lag spike. I don't know if that showed up in the recording, but I just, like, dropped 5 frames or so when... I think it was when the mini-boss spawned there. Yeah, recording's still going and everything, so I don't know what that was. Just a weird bug. When you are facing off against elites in Brotato, what you want to do is decide whether you're going to fight them right away, like within the first 3 or 4 seconds of the run. because if you're not going to fight them, you want to run away and not do any damage to them. Doing damage to them means that they enter their more dangerous later stages earlier. Oop, gotta not take 5 hits in a row and die there. So you want to not do damage to them. And, of course, if you're close to them, you're more likely to take damage. So if you're not fighting the elite, run away from it immediately. And as you can see there, we just ran away from it, kited it around the map for the whole run, and did just fine. We'll take the bag here. Lifesteal, or the bat here. Lifesteal not huge for us, but it's 1 regen and a little bit of extra healing from the lifesteal, so certainly could be worse. Duct tape we're very happy with. More armor is very good, and the engineering's not bad either. Scarf, this is a little dangerous going into wave 19. Increased enemy speed is dangerous, but all of these stats are ones we really want, so we'll grab it. We'll take the dangerous bunny. I'm going to grab 12 dodge here, I think, because our dodge is actually something that we could start investing in. And then we'll take beanie, metal detector, and alien worm, and then reroll. There's the black flag. We're going to grab that for sure. And I think because I'm having fun with this run, I'm going to take it a few levels into endless. This is like one of my favorite builds when you get the character going. Explorer with Pocket Factory and Scared Sausage and stuff is just so much fun. It's so satisfying to have everything be burning all across the map all the time. So we're going to do a few levels of endless on this one. I'll take the acid here. My max HP is pretty low, so while I do want dodge, and this is a very expensive way to buy HP, 73 is much safer than 65 for this build, I think. And then we'll take the insanity. Alloy, don't really want to invest in the alloy. We'll take the propeller hat and the helmet, and then go to the next wave. Genuinely can't remember if seashell works for turret, so I'm going to watch this laser turret. Of course, it got covered in enemies, so let's take a look at whether it is firing multiple laser bolts at any point. Doesn't look like it is, which is disappointing. Now, Seashell does say ranged weapon, not construct, but I think it should work with turrets. Breaking as many of these as possible, of course. Just kind of running around and living my life. We've got so many consumables on the ground that it's very hard for us to actually die. But yeah, I'm curious how much damage the spicy sauces have done. Probably not that much, because we never got explosion size, but they're still useful, I imagine. And they were 6 HP, which we kind of needed. Here, I will take the Weird Ghost, because it would also be funny if I died, but we've got 67 regen. We're probably not trying to kill the bosses, so just having more max HP and more regeneration for the next wave is going to help. We will buy all this stuff, and then I will roll. Stone Skin, losing 6 attack speed is a downside, but this pulls a unique out of the pool, which is important if you're going into endless mode, and also this is a pretty big boost to our max HP. Crystal, we could buy the crystal. That will give us a bunch of attack speed, which we do kind of want. So let's pick that up. Let's roll here. And let's go ahead and I guess I'll roll for 0 there, of course, because I don't want to give up that value. And I'll roll one more time to see if we find anything good. We didn't, but the metal plate is still useful. And hey, we got a % damage. And then let's go ahead and go into endless. We've got Weird Ghost, so I need to be pretty careful off the start, but we can go ahead and just walk into a couple trees. Without having found a Greek fire or other way to deal additional damage to bosses, I just don't think that we're likely to be able to kill the bosses here, so we're gonna kind of just ignore them. I'm gonna put a little bit of damage on them just for fun, because we do have Wisdom and Pocket Factory, both of which increase the amount of damage that we're doing sort of over time. So the initial damage that we do isn't representative of the amount of damage we have if we focus on killing enemies later in the run. But I think that it's pretty clear to me that we will not be able to easily kill the bosses here, so we're just going to go ahead and survive. And that will take us into our next wave. Assuming I didn't misclick on wave 20 instead of on endless, which is always possible. Long habit. I do think that you should be given the choice to go endless at the end of the wave, not just at before you enter wave 20. Okay, cursed turret, that's great. We'll happily pick that up. And then bait, I'm going to grab as well. Percent damage is useful. Baby squid, of course, that scales infinitely, so we want that. We'll take the fuel tank. Take the bone dice, because these will continue to scale. Oh, well, that would have been nice to have last wave. Or this wave, because the giant belt would have really helped us kill those bosses. And Pearl, of course, is amazing given how much luck we have, and also very important for endless runs, because it's going to boost our damage significantly. And give us value over time, because we can find more pearls in boxes, even at only 3%. When we're finding as many crates as we are, that helps a ton. We'll take the metal plate, defective steroids, beanie, and then roll. First bait. Excellent. We will grab a torch as well. So let's go ahead and combine. We'll buy this. Decomposing flesh, blood leech. Yeah, I don't think we care about either of those. Take the tree and mouse and feather. Losing 3 XP gain, not a big deal at this point. It gives us a regen. And we want to get to 60 dodge. You really do want 60 dodge for endless runs. I will take the goblet as well. Well, I'll start with the torch. It's going to give us more wave clear. We'll lock the goblet. Then I'll roll here. Lock a pearl, and Grind's magical leaf, of course, is going to give us value over time. That's a lot of lampreys. I think I just killed like 8 blob fishes, and we had the bait. So we got a ton of lampreys all at once. Plus, of course, in endless mode, they just spawn naturally. And on the Abyss, they just spawn naturally, but that was a lot of them. There's a loot alien over there, so I want to make sure it's on fire. Still making pretty good income at this point, which is nice. Yeah, I'll take the big arms. This character could end up with some knockback stuff. We have the pocket factory as well. And the way that knockback works is it always pulls the enemy directly away from your character. So if you have a lot of constructs on the field, it can keep enemies off you pretty well. We'll recycle that. I'll take the small magazine. Attack speed is really important because we have improved tools. I'll keep buying speed. Nice, we got a free pearl already. That's pretty lucky, too, with only a 3% chance. Take the penguin, I'll take the goat skull, and let's go ahead and just get more luck. More luck is really important for this character. We will buy out this entire shop, which is great, and then we'll roll here, take a coffee, buy a helmet, and roll, and a beanie as well. I don't really need to buy engineering, and we don't want to reduce our attack speed, so I'll pass on that, but we'll take the garden. Garden is a construct, so is medical turret. I'm not that invested in buying healing, so I'm just going to take the garden and the sunglasses there. So now we've got the giant belt, so we should be much more easily able to kill the elite, because we don't have a huge amount of crit chance, but we have enough that we can do some damage to them with the giant belt. So I'm going to kind of circle these guys. I want to kill the Batwing elite before, like the Cthulhu elite, before the jellyfish gets its second stage and gets all the way to the center, because it's harder to navigate when the jellyfish is spitting all of its attacks at us. And so this way we're able to just attack the jellyfish on its own without having to deal with the other elite. Breaking some trees there. That's a lot of lampreys again. Trying to kill that thing. Got it. Remember, of course, that we have wisdom, which is helpful because it means that our damage is just increasing over time. So both wisdom and pocket factory mean we clear enemies faster near the end of the wave. I'll keep taking small fish. I'll take the pearls. Scared sausage, a great find. We'll take a lantern as well. We are losing 1 armor every wave because of the ashes, but hopefully we can get enough armor to mitigate that. I'll take salt water just because it's unique. I don't love losing elemental damage, but it's still just a good item to get out of the pool. White flag, though, we're still going to recycle. Another pearl is nice. Once you start getting pearls, more and more pearls are going to show up, which is one of the great things about this. Bloody Hand is not great for us because it will cost us the crystal. Any tardigrades that we get, it'll turn off. So I'm going to recycle this. We'll take the cursed duct tape, of course. And then here I'm going to reroll. And I'm going to grab 4 armor. Because we're losing armor every wave, I want to pick up armor when we get the chance. Head and buy these. I'll take the muscly dude as well. Grab a torch. Snail, I'm going to buy now because it just pulls a unique out of the pool. So it's helpful just to do that when you have the opportunity. Mushroom, I think we can pass on at this point. We have 69 regen, so why would I want to change that? Gnome is 10 elemental damage, which is huge for us, of course. We'll take another garden, and I'll reroll, lock a torch, and I'll lock landmines, and then reroll again. Triangle of Power we can pick up. This character, again, is going to be focused on not taking hits, so Triangle of Power could be helpful for us. Typically, in Endless mode, Triangle of Power is just a very efficient way to buy percent damage, because in Endless mode, you tend to want to not take hits anyways. And you'll be buying things like Tardigrade, which can help with the triangle. Now, of course, this character's worse at not taking hits than a lot of other characters are, because our damage is dealt over time. We're a construct build, we're an elemental build. All those things make it harder for you to not take damage, because you're not killing the enemies that are closest to you, preferentially, the way that most builds do. But I think the triangle will still be good. And you don't typically want the damage over time items in Endless because you want to be able to buy Tardigrade. Take the beanie here. Boxing gloves we'll grab. Yep, we'll take Retrimation's hoodie. That's a ton of attack speed, so we're very happy with that as well. Take the scarf. Jelly, I'm going to just recycle. We don't really need that much more HP. And then here, I'll take some attack speed for our constructs. We will buy this entire shop. Can I afford it all? I think so, yeah. So let's take the gnome, torch, landmines, and triangle to get our reroll. Take the fuel tank. Alien eyes I'm going to grab as well. That's another way to set things on fire. And then I guess I'll lock all these. Pretty good here. Coil would be a nice find as well. We've actually built quite a bit of knockback, so that would increase our percentage damage by a lot, especially if we get multiple coils. If we could get enough knockback that our constructs are just like punting things all over the field, I would enjoy that as well. But you need like 100 knockback before it becomes really visible how much they're moving when your constructs hit them. I will say one thing that I wish they would change in Brotato is just make knockback like 5 times as effective. There's no reason it needs to be such a subtle effect. Because right now it's, even though they buffed it in the expansion, made more items care about knockback and stuff, and added coil, mostly the only reason to buy knockback is if you're buying it as percentage damage because you have multiple coils, and not for the actual effect of the knockback. I feel like they could just make it way more powerful, and it would be totally fine. I'll take all of these items. We'll grab a pearl. Coral. We're never going to tap move, so I'm just going to recycle that. Take the alien tongue. Then I'm going to buy out this whole shop again. Roll here. We'll level our torch. We'll take a cyclops worm. We'll roll again. We'll take a charcoal. Pumpkin is kind of nice. We've got sharp bullet, so increasing our piercing damage is helpful. And then we'll take the coupon, torch, and peaceful bee. We can get up to full dodge chance. It's also bonus regen, so pretty good there as well. A couple elites to fight here. Where are they? There we go. Let's go ahead and kill that guy on the left there first, because it's the more dangerous of the two. Need a good name for that elite. Somebody give me a good name for that one. What is it even supposed to be? Some kind of eel, I guess? We're going to kill it, though, and then we'll kill the other one as well. So you can see here, I'm taking a bunch of hits, which is fine. We've got the triangle, so it's costing me damage, but that's not actually slowing down our enemy kills. And we start with plus 20% damage. The triangle is also somewhat offset by the wisdom, which increases our damage over time. We'll recycle this. We'll take the alien worm. Blood donation we're recycling. Baby elephant, a great way to kill enemies. I'll take the lens just for the 1 regeneration. Take the pumpkin here. I'll take more attack speed. Great for our construct. We'll buy all these items out. Combine here. And then re-roll. Take a tree. Padding pulls a unique out of the pool. Let's roll again. Fertilizer, obviously, we don't want to buy harvesting in endless mode, but we'll take a mastery there. Nail, we're definitely going to grab. That boosts our weapon damage by our engineering, which is quite high. And then we'll buy that. Do another re-roll. And we'll roll again. And I'll buy all of these items as well. If I was going for like a 60 or 70 wave endless run, I might not buy the barnacle there, by the way, because you really want to get cursed barnacle. We haven't found a fishhook yet, but for really deep endless runs, the strategy now that fishhook exists is typically to wait on buying elites buying uniques until you have multiple fishhooks so that you can curse the uniques. And that will give you more total value for your character. So you usually don't want to buy important items like barnacle until you can guarantee getting it cursed if you're going for really, really deep endless runs. Fishhook has really completely changed how endless runs are played. Really deep endless runs used to all be about stacking tardigrades and surviving, doing damage with things like potato launcher because you could get your HP really high. And now, because you can get cursed items, so the damage scaling is better, it just revolves entirely around cursing key items. We'll take that. We'll recycle this. Take another pearl. Hedgehog we will grab. Eye surgery for sure I'll grab. More pearls. And as you can see, we get more and more pearls. They get better and better. I'll take the fertilizer just to give us a regen. Explosion size we were looking for. Let's go ahead and roll here. Take some elemental damage. And then we will buy all of these items as well. Sure, we'll take more constructs and we'll go fight the elites again. I definitely need more crit chance, I think, because the giant's belt is obviously what's going to help me kill elites. So crit chance is our best way of making sure that actually happens. Pile of books would be massive for us as well for that reason, because it would mean that our constructs would also apply giant's belt criticals to the elites. As you can see here, we're starting to take enough damage per hit that we're going to die eventually. Without tardigrades, it can get really dangerous for characters like this. And also, of course, the elemental engineering build is not what I would recommend as your go-to endless mode build. You can go pretty far with this. You can probably get to like wave 40 or so, but any further is going to be really difficult. Now, every build at that point starts to look the same, so you would just start to build other items, but this character is not perfectly set up for endless because this build is fun, but definitely not optimized for endless mode play. We'll pick up the jerky here for sure. Pearl, we're grabbing. Metal plate, yes. Garden, yes. Community support, another unique that we're very happy to have. More explosion size, sure. We'll take Goat Skull, head injury. Yep, we're pretty much just picking every item that we see here. I'm going to take 5 more armor. We're continuing to lose armor, so buying more armor is good. Take Cyberball and Black Belt. Capping my speed is actually kind of nice for this character because 50 speed, I wouldn't mind a little more speed, but 50 speed is about where it starts to get hard to dodge enemies. So capping your movement speed with shackles for endless runs makes it easier to move where you want to move. This is what I was really hoping to see this whole time, is finally got a cursed torch. So that's going to increase our damage output a lot. I guess I don't need to lock another torch because there's no point. We can't combine more torches here. Beanie. So this is going to give us more damage from Power Generator, but I don't think it's worth buying on its own. I'll just reroll there and then go to the next wave. Needless to say, I always decide that I'm going to do an endless run. I'm like, wow, I'm having so much fun. I'm going to do an endless run when I also just sat down and was like, okay, I've got 40 minutes to record. So let's do a video. But when the run's fun, we're going to stick with it. I like how many mini bosses are spawning as well, because I'm just the constructs and my fire and everything are just killing all the towers before the stargazers get killed, and so they're getting mad, and then also sometimes we're not killing the towers and the stargazers just hatch. Pile of books, obviously excellent. We've been talking about this item a bunch. Letting our structures critically hit is great. I wish burning damage could critically hit. I've said before that if I were to get a streamer item for Brotato, one of my designs would be burn damage can critically hit, which I designed before Pile of Books existed, but I think that would be a fun one. Maybe with another unique effect attached to it as well. I'll take some... We've got 340% damage, actually, so let's recycle that. We're going to take the... Recycle the jelly. We don't need more max HP. Getting up to almost 60% dodge is good. Take the compass, take the shady potion, take the pumpkin. Roll here. Sift's relic, great, of course. Cursed, even better. Want to get to 100% crit chance as well. We'll lock this. We'll reroll. Take the plant also, and do a reroll. Exoskeleton, yep, I'm happy with that. And Terrified Onion for 8% speed and more curse. I mean, as I said, you just want to buy every cursed item on endless runs. Though, I think we are going to stop at wave 30 because we've now got the whole combo online. Our structures are critting, they're burning, everything is going great. And we'll just get to have fun on wave 30 and then call the run. We could probably go another 10 waves or so before the incoming damage eventually overwhelmed us. Although if we found Greek Fire to make our burning damage kill enemies faster, that would also help prolong the run more. Took a big hit there. Oh yeah, watch some of these enemies, especially the ones that are more vulnerable to knockback, like the Stargazers. Look how they're getting shoved around by the constructs, just getting pulled away from me permanently. Really satisfying to see that. Ooh, last scared sausage, that's great. We'll take this as well. Okay, we got the Greek Fire. Piggy Bank, obviously you want to buy this on endless runs just to pull the unique out of the pool so it stops showing up, but it doesn't do anything. Snake, turret, starfish. This is another good one. Pearl will grab. Go ahead and roll here, and I'll roll one more time. Take 8% dodge, and we'll just be over dodge cap. And then Sift's Relic is a bunch of armor. Gnome is good. We won't get the exoskeleton for wave 30, but let's roll here. And I'll roll again. Take the weird food that could help keep us alive. Keep rolling a bit. Cursed Tree is great. And let's roll one more time just to see if there's something fun. I guess I shouldn't have left the exoskeleton locked because we're only playing the one more wave, but That's still good. Of course, we would take the mouse, we would take the turret. We'd be very happy with those items as well. All right, bosses. Let's see if we can defeat them. Taking a lot of damage here because these enemies hit really hard. But our burn damage with the Greek fire plus our crit damage from the construct should be able to chip down enemies really fast. And this does end up being one of the ways that you kill bosses in long endless runs, is using Giant's Belt and Greek fire. That's where your actual damage is going to come from. So this build does have everything it needs to get set up for a really, really long endless run. With all of those items together. We also have all the luck-based damage from Cyber Balls and Baby Elephant, and we've got our Pearls rolling as well, so we'll get maxed on Pearls pretty soon, as the kids are saying these days, I'm sure. And nice, we got our last hunting trophy, which is a big boost to your economy on endless runs as well. So we've actually gone from being not that optimized for endless runs to finding pretty much everything that you would possibly want on an endless mode run, other than tardigrades. We haven't found any of those, which would be a pretty big boost to this character. All right, you know what? We've got the whole combo online. Let's do one more Elite Wave just for fun. And we'll take the Peaceful Bee Lemonade, just because we just got the Greek Fire and everything. So just gonna do one more. Just one more. Just need the one more. Ooh, fried rice. That's going to be so much regen. At a certain point, regen stops mattering in endless mode, but the fried rice is going to be like 100 regen. Got 3 bosses here. Ooh, I'm taking a lot of damage. Got to be a little careful here. But we have so much regen from the fried rice and from our jerky and super high consumable healing that we're able to just survive pretty easily and kill the bosses very fast. I do really like that endless runs now or that elemental damage now has tools for killing bosses in endless mode and just at all. With the existence of Greek Fire, I think that is a huge improvement to the game because it just makes elemental builds feel so much more fun. Honestly, I think that Greek Fire should have stayed at tier 3 instead of tier 4, because runs where you can try to kill the bosses are more fun than runs where you have to just run away from them. So having that be an aspirational goal for a character, I think, is just all to the good, and making it happen in more runs is really nice. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna recycle all these items, or take all these items, I guess. Ooh, 3rd bag. That would have been nice too. And are we maxed on pearls yet? I think we're 1 short. But let's take a look at our items here. We're just going to hop into the wave so I can bring this up in full screen. Taking a look at our items here. Obviously, we start with Lumberjack Shirt. 5 weird foods is great for this character. 350k damage by the Incendiary Turret, so really good there. 4.3 million from the Scared Sausages. 28 items from this one treasure map. Of course, that's in endless mode, but still, you saw how good that item was even earlier in the run. Spicy Sauces, only 300k damage, so really not impressive on the Spicy Sauces, even though I mirrored them and got them quite early. Strange Book was really nice for us. Celery Tea, of course, really good if you're going into endless as well. The Lighthouse was still engineering positive, even deep into endless mode, and helped us with wave clear quite a bit in the earlier game. 36 regen from the baby squids, 48 for 12 on the bone dice, so I guess it would be 60 for 12 would be the average. So 48 for 12, we ran real bad on the bone dice, as usual. I'll take 33 HP recovered from the adrenaline. That just means we were healing really fast. Ended up with still positive regen on Fairy. Fairy will eventually be negative regen in endless mode, but it mostly doesn't matter because by the time the Fairy gets to being negative regen, you don't care about your regeneration at all and would rather just not have the Fairy in the pool, and it can help get you to that point. So you still want to buy this item even if you're going for deep endless runs. 2,500 materials from Bag, of course, amazing. 1,600 from the coupons. Only 533 from the hunting trophies, so those did not work out. Pocket Factory, of course, important. 400k from baby elephants, and 700k from laser turrets, and 1,000 materials saved from dangerous bunnies. 2.5 million on the giant belt, and on the Greek fire, 2.7 million. So I actually did even better, which is really interesting there. All right, that was really sick. Really enjoyed that run. Of course, Explorer is always a good time when you get the combo and the items that you need. So had a great time with that one. And that's another win in the bag for the random runs. As always, my friends, if you've enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out a ton with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.